And welcome to Sunday Shut Up Money Show. I want to talk to you today about what is the best strategy for the deal. I mean, there's a lot of strategies out there. There's lease options. You hear me talk about a lot. There's options. There's cash. There's always cash. You could offer cash. You could do a wraparound, owner finance, seller carryback. You could do a sub two. So there's lots of different things you could do here. With a deal. So how do you know which one's best? And maybe you're like, hey, wow, that sounds like a lot to learn. I want to be a transaction engineer. How do I get started? What's the steps, the rungs to the ladder to becoming one of those? Well, I'm going to show you something a good friend of mine, Brandon Simmons, showed me once. And I think this is going to, after today, I'm going to stop giving him credit for it because it's mine now. And hopefully after today, it'll be yours too. Yep, we can offer a lot of different things once we find a motivated homeowner. I love to tell my students and the members of the Real Estate Wholesalers Club here, by the way, you ought to be in that if you're not. It's daily coaching, training, accountability, consistency. Shut up money! Okay, well, I like to tell my peeps that... let's just get right into it. Forget what I like to tell my peeps. You are my peeps, all right? So let's just get right into it and talk about it. This is what is called the strategy tree, or at least that's what I call it, okay? So let me go to the whiteboard here, and I'm going to draw 3 houses. Here's a house. Actually, let's start up top here. Here's a house. I just about failed art class, okay? So... be patient with me. All right, here's a house. And here's a house. All right. So this is going to, let this represent 3 different types of homeowners that you may run across, okay? And then we're going to talk about various strategies that may work for them. Now let's further define these 3 particular types of homeowners. The first type, let's call this one the free and clear. Or real close. Okay, so that means, free and clear means that there's no mortgages encumbering the title. Okay, so there's no mortgage that the homeowner is paying. He's paid it off. It's debt-free, it's free and clear, or it's close to free and clear. Okay, so that's the first type of property over here, free and clear. The second type of property has a loan on it, and it has a conventional loan, okay? The third type of property over here has a government-backed loan, and I'm just going to say FHA because everybody knows that FHA is a government-backed loan. However, I am aware there are several other types of government-backed loans. Maybe they're a part of one of those rural programs. That's not uncommon, okay? There's several, all right? So let's start here and work through what are possible strategies, all right? Every homeowner, can we agree so far that every homeowner that you talk to that's motivated is either going to have a loan on the property, conventional or some type of government, or they're going to have it free and clear, one of the two. Either they're going to owe money on it or they're not, right? So we've got free and clear and we've got loan, okay? Conventional loan, which is like when they just go straight through the bank, right? And FHA is when they qualified for maybe a FHA first-time home buyers or some type of other rural program or home buying program that the government backs, okay? So, all right, we're clear on that. So let's talk about what we can offer these folks. Well, we can always, we said before, offer cash to that. If it's discounted enough, if it's cheap enough, us as wholesalers, we can always offer cash to those government-backed loan homeowners, right? We can also always offer cash to those conventional homeowners. We can always offer cash to the free and clear houses. All right, you follow me so far? Does this make sense? So as wholesalers, if we get it cheap enough, we can always offer cash. That's the ugly house business. All right, I talk about being a full spectrum wholesaler a lot, which means being able to do ugly houses and pretty houses. All right. So let this principle apply across the board to ugly houses and pretty houses both. All right. So let these apply. So if it's a pretty house, you might not want to offer cash. Okay. So we're gonna get into the further options, but you could offer cash if it was cheap enough. Okay. I've belabored that too much. All right. The second thing you can do is, for these FHA government-backed loan type people, is you could offer a lease option. Okay? You could offer a lease option. Sure. Absolutely. Why would we do a lease option next? Well, we'll talk about that. Maybe we'll talk about that today, maybe another time. All right. What could we do over here for the conventional loan folks? Well, it makes more sense to do a subject to. Okay? And there's a reason why. Okay? We won't go, like I said, we won't go into that, but there's a reason why. So if you're talking to one of these types of homeowners and number one, cash, that's not going to work, then you have to think, okay, number two, would number two work? Okay? So subject to under the conventional homeowners. Now the free and clear, we have something different yet again, and that is a seller carryback. Okay? All right? I know you might not understand how all that works. That's okay. Just be patient. Number 3 down here. Let's add the third step. Okay? If number 1 doesn't work, number 2 doesn't work, number 3. For the FHA government-backed people, how about a straight option? I like it. A straight option. Okay? If you're not familiar with what that is, hang out with us in the club, you'll learn. Conventional, okay, what's that? How about a wraparound? Okay? Let's do number 3 over here for the free and clear. How about another lease option? Okay? All right. Let's jump down and see if we can add any more to some of these. You might consider yourself done on this one. On the government-backed loans. Those are your 3 big options. The cash offer, the lease option, and the option. Okay. So over here on the conventional, though, we have cash offer subject to wraparound. Now we're going to throw in lease option. Okay. That's where we throw in lease option over here. Next, we're going to do option. Okay. All right. Let's finish out over here. We've got cash offer. We've got seller carryback. We've got lease option. Next, we're just going to go ahead and fill out the option there and call it a day here. If you're a realtor, you may list this property after this point. Maybe that's an option. Maybe you have some other option in your bag. That's perfectly acceptable, but this is the standard here, okay? Strategy tree. That's what I like to call it. All right, so let me share screens here with you briefly, and you can see it kind of typed out. Maybe you can even take a screenshot of this if you like. Okay. You can see it's just as we wrote it there on the board, and I put down there, refer to realtor as number 4, number 6, and number 5, and those lists respectively. Okay, so you might be thinking, Justin, I don't know. I know how that cash offer ugly house business works, but lease options, subject twos, wraparounds, seller carrybacks. I don't know everything there is to know about that. Hey, that's okay. I want you to notice something here about this. There are some commonalities here. In these three different types, government loans, conventional, and cash offer, okay, you can see, government loans, conventional, and free and clear. You can see there's some commonalities here. Number one, cash offer. We can always offer cash to all three. All right. You'll also notice down here, number two, lease option. That's also an option over here in the conventional. It's also an option over here in the free and clear. You'll also notice the option is an option for all three. Okay. So if you want to become a transaction engineer, maybe you do need to learn how to do all of these things, including seller carryback, subject to, wraparound, so on and so forth. All right. But you can handle all types of sellers. Okay, see, this is why I do what I do. This is why I do what I do, because I can handle all types of sellers with just cash offers. If it's ugly, cash offer. If it's pretty, lease option. Because it works on all types of homeowners. Now, I'm growing into knowing more about doing owner finance and seller carrybacks and wraparounds and so on and so forth. I'm growing into becoming a transaction engineer. You don't become a transaction engineer because you read a book, okay? Right? We all know that. So I've been a cash offer, lease option guy. That's a full spectrum wholesaler. That's a dude that can do ugly house deals, pretty house deals, a lot of equity, no equity. You bring it. Okay, so I'm a bad man. But I can even come up in some of my game here. My point is that if you want to get going and you're just working on cash offers, look at how much you're leaving on the table. Okay, just think about it. If you're just doing the ugly house business, look at how much you're leaving on the table. A lot. Okay, so what's the next step for you then? If you're an ugly house person, add in lease options. Not a bad way to duplicate your business. You know, what do they call that? Scaling. You just opened up an entire new wing in your business that does pretty houses, not just ugly. Okay. All right. Just some thoughts for you here on Sunday. All right. I'll come back to you here in a minute. Hey guys, it's time to be accountable, be consistent, and get money. Imagine I were to show you the plan, step by step. Imagine I were also to show you how to get leads consistently and affordably. Also, what if I showed you how to close the deal with the homeowner over the phone? This is not a do-it-yourself program. This is a do-it-with-us program. This is not a do-it-yourself program. This is a do-it-with-us program. What if you could make 6 figures in your real estate wholesaling business, including pretty house wholesaling? That's lease options, pretty house, and ugly house. Do more in less time. My daily coaching club is designed to help you experience just that. Check us out at shutupmoney.com because we're in it for you to win it. So if they're looking at you funny, it might be time for you to get that shut up money. All right, so you've probably been at YouTube University for a while, like all of us. It's okay. Forgive yourself, and let's get going on it. I like you. Hopefully you like me. Hopefully, hopefully there's something there likable about me, you know. I've heard a lot of unlikable things about me. I'll tell you what I'll do. If you go to my website, shutupmoney.com, I'll give you a free course. It's brand new. And I'll give you an opportunity to meet me too. Okay, so let's meet. I've got hours every day open for you and me to meet. I'd like to meet you because I want to hear what you're up to, what you want to do. And if I can help you, I will. If I can't, I won't. Okay, that's just how it works. And all that stuff. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. Okay, bye-bye.
It takes brass balls to